overwhelm us is by dividing us. If you are an agent of Fulani Caliphate, if you have come to do the bidding of Fulani Janjaweed in our land, I am asking you this very evening to retrace your steps. Because again, starting from this very day, anywhere Biafrans are killed, any governor, any police commissioner who tolerates the massacre of innocent people will pay very dearly for it. Will pay very, very dearly for it. Do not underestimate our resolve. Because this evening, first of all, I speak as a human being who is possessed of a compatriot spirit and empathy with the suffering of human beings everywhere, especially in the zoo that Britain created called Nigeria. Second, I speak as a witness to the suffering of Biafrans at the hands of their so-called fellow citizens in the zoo called Nigeria. And what we want to make abundantly clear is that we are warning everybody who is a stakeholder in the zoo about our determination and our resolve to ensure that our land is defended. This is a resolution we have reached, and it is cast in stone. Amen. And you will now say, he said.
Welcome, my amazing viewers. Thank you so much for joining me on my program once again. I appreciate you wherever you are joining from. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please kindly subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell so that you'll be notified each time I upload a video. You will be among the first to receive it. Thank you so much.
Some of them, their eyes are open, but they are blind. They can't see. Yes, can't see. But I'm here because of our Biafran people who can see. Those of us who are Biafran from the heart. Those of us that Mazen Nandekano talked about, who are born for this mission. I'm here for you. Every one of us have to pay attention to the time that we're in. It's a very critical time, a sensitive time at that. Mainly, if you are watching from Biafra land, if you're watching from I say it in all the broadcasts, I say it again and again. If you're watching from Biafra land, please pay attention to every information that you hear from the autopiloted IPOB under the spokesmanship of Mazi Simon Eba and the leadership of Mazi Nandekano. Pay attention to every information that you hear from all the autopiloted platform. Pay attention. Follow Mazi Simon Eba on Twitter. Listen to Voice of Biafra 97.5 FM. Information is key. If you have the information, you are going to scale through. Do not joke with any information you get at this point. This is a critical time, a sensitive time that you must pay attention to every single thing happening around you. Please share the video. As you are joining, share the video on your platform. Share to family and friends. Make sure you spread the news. Don't keep it yourself. Don't be stingy. Share it in any platform, any WhatsApp group you belong. Share. Keep on sharing it so that they can join us. That is where we can be able to overcome the oppression we are having on Facebook. But there are a lot of oppressions out there. And as I'm saying, we have to pay attention to the time we're in. It's a time of liberation. And the liberation has started. Liberation has started. And there's no going back. No going. You cannot take us back to where we have passed. You can't take us back. That is why when you look at the topic I said there, it is no longer time for gossip. It is no longer time for a debate. It is time to restore Biafra. If you feel you are man enough, you are born for this mission. If you feel you are man enough and you sincerely want Biafra, the date for the coming of Biafra have been signed by Chukwu Kabiam himself. Mazen Nandekano talked about it when he was done. He told us that before 2023, that the Solution Republic will be destroyed. What it means is Biafra is going to come. And Mazen Simon Ekpa came back and repeated the same statement that 2023, Biafra is coming. Some people are still doubting. And the enemies of Biafra are fighting to see that it doesn't come. The Fulani themselves, the Caliphate themselves know that he's coming, and they are scared. They are scared. They are scared, doing everything possible to see that they can be able to thwart it. But you cannot stop a moving train. You cannot stop the coming of Biafra. It doesn't matter how you try. The more you continue to try, the more you fail. The more you try, the more you fail. You can't stop the coming of Biafra. You can't stop it. Just as the common saying that we say Biafra is a spirit. But it's so sad that many people who say that Biafra is a spirit do not believe that it's a spirit. People who sing it as national anthem every time they say Biafra is a spirit. Biafra. But when the way they behave, you will know that they don't really believe that Biafra is a spirit. Because if you believe that Biafra is a spirit, you don't speak anyhow. If you believe that Biafra is a spirit, when there is a prophecy that Biafra is coming, you have to take it with all your heart. You have to confess it with all your heart. You have to believe it with all your heart. That is how to show that you really believe in Biafra. And you know that Biafra is a spirit. But go and check all of them. Every single one of them are singing as a song. Biafra is a spirit. Biafra is a spirit. Now that we are in the liberation mode, none of them seem to believe that Biafra is a spirit. They don't believe anymore. That is why some of them are talking from their two sides of their mouth. That is why some of them are so scared. They are so scared. They can't afford to be able to wait and see the Biafra come. They are scared because they know that their evil agenda cannot strive in Biafra. They know that their fraud cannot strive in Biafra. They are afraid of the known. They are afraid of the known. They are so afraid that they know that they cannot be able to strive in Biafra land. They are afraid of the known because they know that they will not be relevant when Biafra comes. So they are trying to stop Biafra, and then they use the struggle as a career. But let me tell you, just as our spokesperson, Master Madam, have said, we know who the true enemy is. And we are after the true enemy, not after you. Not after this, not even after the saboteurs or whatever. We don't care about them. The state we are now is not about the saboteurs. It doesn't matter. Mazen Nandekano made it clear. It doesn't matter how you try to sabotage Biafra. It is going to come at the appointed time, which Ukama have mentioned. It's going to come. It doesn't matter. Mazen Nandekano went for us to say that even if they buy all of you, even if they buy every single one of us today who is talking, Biafra will still come. It will still come. So why are you bothering yourself? Why are you jittering when they tell you Biafra is coming on so date? Why are you jittering? How can somebody have the announcement of his own freedom and he get angry? What is wrong in somebody saying that Biafra is going to come tomorrow? For somebody to announce your freedom, you are angry. Why must you be free? Why does somebody have to announce your freedom? You no longer want to be free simply because somebody announced your freedom. And you forget that Chukwu can give you freedom even through your enemy. Just like I said, I used to say in my program, I said that the release of Mazen Nandekano can even come through a Janjaweed. It's not by what you are doing, you're shouting and doing this. It's not by what, no, the release of Mazen Nandekano is going to be like a miracle. The way Chukwu planned it. If we Biafra refuse, if we refuse to do what we are supposed to do, if we refuse to do what we're supposed to do, which is to intensify all manner of civil disobedience, if we refuse to do that, in one way or the other, Chukwu is going to free Mazen Nandekano. He will. He will. He can use anything available to free Mazen Nandekano. You think you can stop him? You think you will stop him? You're wasting your goddamn time. Share the video. Share it on platform. Keep on sharing. Keep on sharing the video. Information is key. Water everywhere. That is where we are now. We are in a liberation mode. In liberation. Believe it, take it or leave it. My only advice to a genuine Biafrans in Biafra land, pay attention to your environment. This is a very critical time. You must have to be security conscious at all times. If you see something, say something. Don't keep it to yourself. This is the time to disseminate information to all corners and let people know exactly what is happening. Let people know what is happening. Don't allow anybody to deceive you. Don't allow anybody to push. The stage that we are now, it is no longer a time you look at the back. We have taken it step by step. We have cried enough, cried and cried and cried. Nobody was listening. We begged and begged and begged. Nobody was listening. We complained and complained and complained. Nobody. We gave evidence to United Nations, gave to the Amnesty International. Nobody paid attention. And we have come back home. So think home. We began to mobilize our defense. Self-defense is the right of every human being. Self-defense is the right of every living being, including animals. They defend themselves. Animals defend themselves. Animal that you go and buy a goat you want to kill for Christmas. On the day you want to kill that goat, the goat is going to fight for defense. He will fight. He will die fighting. He won't just fool you. The goat will not just wait and will allow you to kill it. It will not just wait and allow you to kill it. That is it. It will not wait. It will fight for itself. Self-defense is the right of every single one of us. It's only a tree that we hear and you want to cut it off. It will still remain there. But human being, if you make any move to attack a human being, they are going to fight back. And that is why we have finally today made up our mind to defend our land. That is what it's called. Self-defense. And we are going to arm ourselves to the teeth. It doesn't matter what anybody says. The struggle has entered fully armed struggle. And when you call it armed struggle, if you don't understand it, we are doing it not because we wanted to, but because that is what the situation calls for. The situation in Biafra land calls for armed struggle. Because each time we come and preach about self-defense, self-defense is not by mouth. It's not by mouth. So before you can even talk about self-defense, you must be able to be capable to provide something that you can use to reinforce and fight back. You don't talk about self-defense when you are fighting somebody who is 1 million times greater than you. They don't even have a place to stand. Who will step on you and you match you? No. When you're talking about self-defense, you don't take double barrel and you go and face somebody who is using AK-47. That is not self. It's a suicide mission. It's not self-defense. You don't take a knife to pursue somebody who is holding a pistol, a gun. You don't do that. It's suicide mission, and that is not self-defense. You don't call that self-defense. In self-defense, you go after your enemy with the same equal measure the person is coming with. That is how to activate self-defense. When you talk about, I always like to explain it so that you will understand it. You know, when we are talking about self-defense, they will tell you, why are you carrying AK-47? Why are you? Let me tell you, the enemy that we are up against, we are going to defend ourselves with equal measure. You heard the governor of Benue State when he said he's going to equip his own security outfit with AK-47, with no apology. Because the Fulanis who are coming to kill them are coming with AK-47. The governor said he is going to equip them with AK, and anything that is greater than AK-47, he's going to provide for them. In the same way, Ogun State recently began to say that they are going to equip Amotebu. That Amotebu cannot continue to use the barrier to face Fulanis who are coming with AK-47 and all manner of weapons. What did I tell you? That is what self-defense is all about. You don't talk about self-defense and you need to go with empty hand. You hold stick to train and to go and fight for where you going to fight. It's when you do that, you are committing suicide. It's not self-defense. In self-defense, you go to your enemy, you defend yourself with same equal measure of what the person is bringing to you. Equal measure. If the person is coming with AK-47, you go with AK-47. If he's coming with SMG, go with SMG. If he's coming with aircraft, if you have aircraft, go with it. If you come with armored tank, if you have armored tank, go with him. That is how to work in self-defense. And that's exactly what we have activated today. The Zoological Republic have opened different fronts against Biafra people. And as Chukwuka have had it, Chukwuka is so wonderful and so great that is one thing that will make you know that we are blessed people. We are the children of Chukwuka. When you see how things are going, how they are failing in their plans, you will now understand that we are the children of Chukwuka. Undoubtedly. Undoubtedly. No tribe have suffered what we have suffered in Biafra land and survived. No. In history, there has never been any tribe that faced the persecution we are facing in Biafra land and survived. The only people you can compare their persecution to our persecution is the Israelites. It's only the Israelites are the only example you can use to compare the persecution. And our own is still going on till today. We are still being persecuted. We are still being persecuted. Till today, we are being mowed down and killed. You can't compare it to another person. And with all the effort they're making, we have nothing. We don't have any connection. The money is not there. Nothing is there. But yet, Chukwu Okike Abiyama is keeping us alive. With empty hand, we are still overcoming them. They have tried and used all manner of force. They used their Fulani herdsmen to come. They couldn't penetrate. They used their foot soldiers, Mieti Allah. They couldn't penetrate. Now, presently, they are using Nigerian military themselves. They gave members of Boko Haram uniform to come as Nigerian military. And today they are fighting us with the apparatus of the federal government. That's what they're using against Biafra. They use the governors themselves. They use all manner of instruments against Biafra to wipe us out. That is why you see a governor will come and boast of bombing his area. And that he's going to do it again and again. And nobody seems to be talking. Everybody's going about their business if it's as usual. It will continue to happen if you don't fight back. It will get worse if we don't fight back. We have lost a lot of people since 1945. Since 1945, we have continued to lose people. And even as you're watching this video, Biafrans have fallen. As you're watching the video, Biafrans have fallen. And why it has become so dangerous that it has graduated to the extent that now they are using our field Biafrans to exterminate Biafrans. They have succeeded in penetrating into the heart of some evil people who call themselves Biafrans. Today, you see them handing their brothers over to the enemy, calling their names on different platforms, mentioning their names, handing them over to the military to be killed. We see this again and again and again and again. It continues to happen. We continue to see this. How long shall we continue to tolerate this evil? How long? The only solution for us today is to face reality. Defend ourselves and defend our land. Defend our territory by all means possible. Self-defense activated fully today. And remember, I tell you, self-defense means you must have to go to the enemy with equal measure that the enemy is coming to you. Whatever weapon he has, you must have to make it available for yourself before you go to defend yourself. You don't go to defend yourself with empty hand. And that is why you see Biafrans are mobilizing and they are funding the ESL. That is why Biafrans are mobilizing, funding the ESL. I've told you, please, if you want to join the broadcast, make sure you put your phone on rotation and keep it in a horizontal form. If your phone is not in a horizontal form, you cannot be able to join the broadcast. Keep it in a horizontal form, then click your rotation. That's the only way you can join the broadcast. Thank you. So that is it. We cannot relent in our effort. Don't relent. Whatever you want to do, don't relent. Excuse me. Anything Chukwu Okike have placed in your heart today to do for the coming of Biafra, start doing it. Stop waiting. Stop doing it. Time for gossip have passed. You see, some people are not paying attention to the time that we are in. That is why you can see somebody will come to the comment section and begin to write rubbish. That is why you can see somebody. You come to a platform where people are talking about the freedom of the people, pointing out tangible information that you must have to hear. And you go to the comment section and you are typing rubbish. These are people who don't know the time that we are in. There is no time to gossip. There is no time to fight your brother. Your brother is not the enemy. Today, the real enemy is where we're focused. We are focused on the real enemy. After Biafra must have come, when we have fought and brought Biafra back, then we can settle our differences. We can settle our differences. We can deal with all the issues that we have to do with. But now, as the liberation of Biafra has started, you can't distract us. You are not important. If you're one of the gossipers, you are not important. Keep on gossiping. Have all the day, have all the platform. Keep on just occupy the comment section. Keep on gossiping if you choose to. I won't pay attention to you. Neither will I block you or stop you. Keep on. We are focused. We are focused. Today, it is much more clear that some of them are claiming to be Biafra. I am fighting for you. They say, I love this Biafra. This Biafra you're talking about. Do you know how when I started fighting for Biafra? I want this Biafra more than you. You want it more than me. Really? And yet, you are not doing anything to get it. Some of them, when they begin to talk about Biafra or talk about Mansa, whatever, is when they see that their platform is dead. Nobody's paying attention to them anymore. you see them, they'll begin to look for whom to talk to. That is why you see some unknown faces coming to challenge Mazi Manepa that they want to debate Mazi Manepa. On what ground? On what ground do you want to debate Mazi Manepa? Based on what? We don't have time for that. If you feel you are a Biafran, Mazi Manepa have narrated his strategy on how to get out of the Zoleka Republic and get Biafra. And he's working towards it. He doesn't even care about whether you exist or not. He's not even seeing you. All those nonsense you are writing, he's not even seeing it. He's focused on getting Biafra in 2023. Then if you feel you have another strategy that can favor you, why don't you start implementing it now? What are you waiting for? Why? What are you looking for debate? We don't have time for that. Debate with who? Debate with who? Even on my own platform, you don't deserve me mentioning your name on my platform. I can't mention your name on your platform. I don't have the name of your platform. I won't mention it. But Biafrans know who I'm talking about because the videos are everywhere. That you are calling the attention of Mazi Manepa to debate with. Based on what? We have crossed that area. You should go and talk to your fellow politicians. Mazi Manepa have made it clear there is no negotiation anywhere. We cannot negotiate with anybody. If you want to negotiate, go and meet Mazi Nandekano, the supreme leader of IPOB. Go and meet him, the leader of the Biafran struggle. Bring him out, take him to Afaruku, stay in Afaruku, then you can make your debates. That is that. That is the only thing you can do. There's nothing else. There's nothing else. Stop wasting your time, wasting your energy. If you want any negotiation, nobody's ready to go and let you go, continue with your political solution or whatever. Just go ahead with it. None of us have your time. You see, this idiot, because they have tried and tried and tried, they cannot. Now they are bringing a different narrative again. You see the media. Go to the media. You see some narrative that they are pushing recently. The narrative they are pushing recently is that they are saying that Mazi Nandekano is asking for political solution. I saw it and I laughed. That Mazi Nandekano is asking for political solution. On what planet? That the legal counsel of Mazi Nandekano made a move that he's supposed to make as a legal counsel. His duty, why he's paid, is to make sure that he touches every angle he can touch to free Mazi Nandekano through his own means. He's doing what he's supposed to do. Then how does that apply that Mazi Nandekano is begging for political solution? From who? Mazi Nandekano has nothing to do with politicians, nor their politics. The only thing Mazi Nandekano is asking for is the absolute and total freedom of the Biafran people. And uncompromising. He has been saying it in the past, he said it again, and he will say it again and again. Every time he appears in the court, he says it that Biafra will definitely come. But it doesn't matter what anybody says, that we must pay attention. The last time we saw him, we heard directly from Mazi Nandekano that Biafra will definitely come. Regardless what you do or what you say or the angle you're coming from, that Biafra will definitely come. That no man born of a woman can stop it. That is the word of Mazi Nandekano, and it has never changed. He has been consistent from the one. Since the fourth day he started fighting for this struggle, it never changed. He has not shifted an inch. But today you see them bringing some, because they tell you that Mazi Nandekano is now going for political solution. Mazi Nandekano is applying. With who? From which planet? On which planet do you see that? The legal council made the move they are supposed to move on, writing to the Zoleka Republic and the imposter in Asoro, stating out their own view on what they wanted to do. How does that imply that Mazi Nandekano is begging for political solution? But that is the narrative you see there in their media, their commercial media. That is the narrative they push in their commercial media. They push that narrative to confuse people, and people will begin to think that maybe somehow that Mazi Nandekano now is now staying away from the issue of Biafra. But let me tell you, the Mazi Nandekano we are following, the supreme leader of IPOB, the man that we have always known, cannot do such. He has said it time and time again that it is either Biafra or death. He said that he will sacrifice everything.
Are yet to wake up from your slumber or your sleep and get the point that we are exiting Nigeria. Exiting Nigeria is not going to come from the platter of golden plate. You have to sacrifice for it. And we are ready to sacrifice everything, including you, if you come and stand in the way of freedom. So you need to know how serious we are. We are damn serious. Some of you are not getting it. You think we are here to build political movement? We are here for freedom. Freedom comes with price. Okay? The only thing you can do is to comment on social media. Don't ever stand on the way of Biafra freedom. We crush you.
Their interest is suppressed. Biafra is the key. Once they can hold Biafra down, they can hold all of Africa down. Hey, freedom fighting, sorry. Because all these people are criminals, they are saying there is no way this man cannot be a criminal like themselves. They don't have a different breed altogether. They don't know that. I am Nnamdi Kanu. I don't do all this nonsense you do. My father was a very rich man, not ostentatious. I had the finest education that his money could afford. We are not poor. Have never been. That is why a poor man cannot be a freedom fighter. If you're not full of yourself, you cannot be a freedom fighter. You have to go everywhere. We must continue.